And joining in studio now is Tom Djokovic. Tom is the CEO of XsunX Incorporated. Their stock symbol's XSNX. Tom, always great to see you.
Thanks for having me back, Don.
Well, I appreciate you being here because I know you've been so busy lately. You were just up in San Francisco at a solar show. How'd that go?
It went great, Don. It's a show they have it several times a year. There's part of it where there's training courses. We went up there and got some additional training, keeping up on code changes, things like that. And then there's a big vendor convention where you get to see all kinds of products and try to find new, improved technologies.
Now, you've been in this solar business for quite some time now. What's the biggest change you've noticed from the old days, I'll call it, to what you saw at the show this week?
Well, Don, what I think one of the bigger changes is that it seems to be fewer vendors. And so what I think is the better ideas are rising to the top. And those are the companies that are succeeding. Those are the companies that are getting the orders. And a lot of the quirky ideas are just not at the show anymore. And then there's, not that the selection is small, but there's just the really good ideas is what you see there. And it was exciting to find some new potential vendors for some interesting installation ideas that we come across occasionally.
So do you think that like a convergence is starting to happen in the industry?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, the good ideas are rising to the top. At the same time, the codes are changing. Interesting phenomena. You've got prices coming down on the manufacturing side for solar technologies, right, for photovoltaics, and at the same time, code changes are increasing the amount of safety items and various aspects we have to integrate in the system, which are starting to rise, increase the cost. So you have this opposing forces here where we're trying to drive the price further down, and now the safety industry, which is a good idea, is having to start to go the other direction with all kinds of additional requirements.
Now, I'd like to think that you came back early just to join us here in the show, but I guess there was a really big reason you had to kind of jettison out of there. You came back early from the show. Tell us about that.
Yeah. We were scheduled to be up there through Thursday, and I'm trying to find new sources of financing because that's a major part of closing deals is how we can adequately finance our clients. But we've got a big project we're working on, over a 1 megawatt commercial project. Clients wanted to meet on Wednesday, so what you do, you get in a plane, you come back early, you meet with those big deals, multi-million-dollar deals. You don't want to keep those kinds of clients waiting.
Well, we've been talking about that the last several weeks since we reinitiated coverage of the company. I mean, you have really been burgeoning with new requests for bids, new job opportunities. I mean, that's continuing, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've increased the number of people that are out there knocking on doors. Literally, it's feet in the street, going in, introducing the company, leaving brochures in commercial facilities, and that's starting to result in a lot of potential opportunities. And then we go through the whole, maturation process where you provide the financials, work with them, and hopefully within 1 to 2, 3 months you can close a deal. They're not as turnkey as residential deals.
Well, tell us again about this lease-to-own program you have. We've got about a minute left, but I understand that's really something that companies can take advantage of.
Well, yeah, I'll use the project I was meeting with yesterday. They're going to get about $700,000, almost $800,000 in federal tax credit. Okay.
Wow.
If they're willing to give that away to our leasing company takes a depreciation and the federal tax credit. In return, they give them almost 1-for-1 credit on the lease rate and the total purchase price of the system. And so it winds up being a way to be able to invest in a system, no money down up front in the system, immediate cash savings, because we're going to lower their bill, and when the difference between how much we save them and the lease payment typically still comes out to less than what they were paying before. And in the end, they wind up paying somewhere between 60 to 70 cents on the dollar of what XsunX was paid to actually put the system in. So it's a great cash flow management program.
We call it a no-brainer.
I think it's a no-brainer.
Once again, the company is XsunX Incorporated. XSNX is their stock symbol. Welcome back, and thanks so much.
Thanks, Don.